Are y'all doing good? I'm gonna do a little homage to my hometown here. I was born in the hills of East Tennessee. Grew strong on fried chicken and sweet tea. Had a God-fearing family with a church every time the doors were open. In the crib, Granny Jones had a prophecy. She said, look out, 'cause that boy can sing. Granny knew before anyone music was a life that I'd be living. And I wouldn't change anything. What I am is what I am. I might be country, I might be poor, I might have sang so long for Jesus that you say that I got soul. I might get trashy, I might be simple as can be, but I got my roots, I got my pride, and I got no apologies. Yeah. Oh. I'm a young man with a fancy dream at a place on the streets of Los Angeles with a soulful sound, a southern drawl, and a mind that I'll be speaking. And funny how it really doesn't matter what's in when you're feeling this comfortable in your own skin. You're a superstar, don't you know that you are the one and only? And I won't change anything. What I am is what I am, and I might be country, I might be poor, I might have sang some long for Jesus, but you said that I got soul. I might get trashy, I might be simple as can be, but I got my roots, I got my pride, and I got no apologies, no apologies. I got my roots, I got my pride, and I got no apologies, no apologies. Problem here. I'm just fine with who I am. How about this one? Wish that I was on a rock top down in Tennessee. Yeah. Ain't no smoke and smokes on rock top, ain't no telephone, babe. When once I had a girl on rock top, half belly with a half cat. When wild as a mink, sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Yeah, rocket top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old rocket top, Tennessee. Rocket, that's fun. I gotta do that again. Here we go. Well, that rocket top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old rocket top, Tennessee. Yeah, rocket top, Tennessee. Yeah. Y'all sound good. Boy, I love thinking back at my granddaddy. He introduced me to so much good stuff. He's the reason that I have this useless Rolodex of Appalachian sayings. Real good example of that would be. Well, let's just say that we're all crowded in a crowded elevator. Let's just say we're in a space where there's just not a lot of room. The Appalachian saying that would apply would be, well, Lord, it's so crowded in here you can't cuss a cat without getting hair in your mouth. That's a good one. I love it. I use it all the time. In New York City. Oh yeah, they look at me like like I've grown a third eye or something. I know how to scare them city folk and get a lot of delight in it. But also, you know, my granddaddy introduced me to a lot of great music too. A lot of the Appalachian songs, hillbilly music, you know. I got the coolest thing too. When my granddaddy passed, my great-grandmother, who actually is rumored to have played with Lester Flatt, had her own banjo that she had created. She had carved the pins. She even skinned the varmint that was the skin on it. I mean, I'm telling you, she lived in White County, so where Lester Flatt lived, and I was given that thing. my mom let me take that home. This is the coolest thing. But I just kind of think of all those old songs he used to sing. And I thought about this today. I think I'm just silly enough today to share this with you. See, now you're learning, now that we're all warmed up and we're not strangers, you realize if you egg me on, this shit's gonna go straight on. And we ain't gonna get out of here to midnight. And you're gonna see how much of a redneck I really am, even when I try to dress up. Don't egg me on. And I see you wanting to. But listen, just our secret, not out of these walls, I'm gonna share a little song that my granddaddy taught me. You gonna get me in trouble. My good girl, she went away, kicked the bucket yesterday. My cross-eyed girl who lives upon the hill. She took strychnine and died, and I hope she's satisfied, 'cause she done the whole thing against my will. Now that she is gone to rest, I'm gonna fill her last request and plant a patch of onions on her grave. Every time that I pass by, I can pucker up and cry, 'cause the doggone things, they simply make me rave. And then he'd go, adi-ole-ole-ole, adi-ole-ole, adi-ole-ole, adi-ole-ole-ole. You should have seen this toe-headed kid clogging. And I ain't even kidding. You won't get me to do that before the next night, ain't you? You'll keep smiling that cute, you might. So, I love all that stuff. And a couple years ago, my granddad passed, and I've been kind of sifting through a lot of those old cassettes that we recorded together, where he'd grab his guitar and I'd sit down and we just sing and play those songs, and I'm making playlists of them now. It's kind of fun to have a collection of all those old songs, but as I listen to it, and as I'm trying to find them, and I'm trying to remember lyrics, and I'm Googling, typing, trying to find the originator of the song, oh, it's Hank Snow, okay, this is this. I realized that my granddaddy Leroy, now, he was really bad at lyrics. I'm not remembering I remember them exactly the way he taught me, but it just turns out that it has nothing to do with the original version of the song. It just don't, and I just realized, well, how many times has he exhibited this very, yeah. So I was thinking about it, and I said to myself, oh, I have a great example for you about, I don't know what he hears, but it's never the correct lyric, right? Oh, y'all remember that Larry? I have an example of myself doing this, actually. Y'all remember that Larry Gatlin song, Sure Feels Like Love? Sure feels like love. Okay, never mind. There was this law in our house. Granddaddy told me now I wasn't ever allowed to listen to Tina Turner music, and I didn't really understand why. But as usual, I'd never question him, because he was just a good man and a good example. So, but one of these days, one day I got a hold of this Tina Turner album that was out, and it was new, and I was really loving it, and I thought I was pulling one by, just kind of hiding off and listening to it, but Leroy knew. Leroy comes to me, and he says, now, son, I told you not to be listening to that Tina Turner music. And usually I just say, yes, sir, but for some reason I just really needed to know why this day. And I told my granddad, I don't understand it. I mean, what's wrong with this music? I mean, it's just, she's not saying it. Oh, listen, son, I know what she's singing. What's love? I got to do it. I got to do it. That's not the lyrics. The lyrics to the song. I love looking back at all that old music that he taught me. Of course, I learned a lot of old spiritual stuff with him. Matter of fact, I started singing because of my granddaddy, and a friend of the family who was always coming over to my grandmother and granddaddy's house. Her name was Alice. Beautiful lady. She used to work over at the post office in Oak Ridge, Tennessee with my granddad. beautiful white hair and just those beautiful black skin and the kindest, sweetest voice, always just a very maternal energy that she would come along and bring. And she would always bring her little granddaughter Cornelia, and we used to play in the backyard and hang out and sing and whatnot. One day Alice looks at Leroy, my granddaddy, and says, you know, you really ought to get that boy singing in church. And so she brought me in and talked about it, and she could tell I was a little nervous, but she kind of bribed me a little and said, well, no, we can do this. I'm going to give you a little dollar. So I knew so. We headed over very shortly, a Sunday, over at Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And I was there in church getting ready to sing. Alice, I could see her pull a little dollar out of her pocket. And she bit down and she said, now listen, I'm going to give you this dollar. You got to sing the Almighty God. And so I looked at her other pocket and I said, if you give me that dollar in your other pocket too, I'll sing for baby Jesus too. I knew I was going to do this for a living. I remember. First thing I ever sang in public. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Oh, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Oh, when that trumpet sounds, I'm gonna raise up out of that ground, 'cause there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There were so many good spirituals that I grew up with, and I think one of the funnest things about $1 Million Quartet actually was the fact that right in the smack middle of that show is the cast singing what my granddaddy's favorite hymn was, since I've just come off the show doing it, and I believe I saw Jerry Lee Lewis in the audience here. Yeah. Give them a round of applause, y'all. They kicked some ass. I thought it'd be fun to share since I'm on the tangent of my granddaddy. Why not share his favorite hymn? Is that all right with you? This was always my favorite part of $1 Million Quartet because I always could kind of think of him a little bit. Well, I'm so tired and so weary, but I must go home till the Lord comes and calls me away, where the morning is bright, for the Lamb is the light, and the night, oh, it's as bright as the day. Oh, there will be peace in the valley for me the Sunday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray, oh, there be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley. There will be peace in the valley. There streets in the valley for you and me someday. Keep me doing hymns, you'll keep me out of trouble up here. When I was putting together this Broadway at the Keys album, it was about the time, actually, it was about 3 months away from when my granddaddy passed. And I had never heard this song before, but I thought it was so appropriate to share. It's from the musical Elegies, and I had never even heard of that musical before. But when I found the song, I fell in love with it, and to this day, it just is one of those songs that I sing for Leroy. I sing for Leroy. So I think that, I mean, we all have somebody that we can think of during a song like this. This is a song called "Anytime I Am There" from the musical Elegies. See what you think. Anytime you laugh, anytime you cry, anytime you hear a sound, when you're on the grass, lying on the ground, anytime you wash your hands, I'll be around. I'll be there in the baseball field, though I'm well concealed. I'll be out there cheering. I'll be there in the books you read, it is guaranteed. I'm not disappearing fast. Anytime, no, not anytime. And I am there each morning. I am there each fall. I am present without warning, and I'm watching it all. Yes, I'm watching it all. Oh, and I am there in music. I am there in the sky. I don't know why this happened, but this much is clear. Anytime or anywhere, I am there. Anytime you pray, anytime you fight, anytime you gain the pound, anytime it's day, anytime it's night, anytime the earth moves, I'll be around. I'll be there in the maple trees on the summer breeze on a perfect evening. I'll be there when you celebrate, when the world is great. I'll be waiting by your side. Anytime, no, anytime. And I'm there each morning. I am there each fall. I am present without a warning, and I'm watching it all. Yes, I'm watching it all. Oh, I am there in flowers. I am there in snow. I don't know why this happened, but this much is clear. anytime you cry, anytime you sing for anything, I'll be there in fall. I don't know why this happened, but this much is clear. Anytime or anywhere, be aware, 'cause I am there. I am. How about a little song from the musical Finding Neverland? Did any of you guys have a chance to see that? I love this song. Whenever I'm frightened, if I ever felt alone, I turn to the night sky at a star I call my own. Somewhere I could run to, just beyond the Milky Way. I feel like I could take you. It's just a light year and a day. We can sail away tonight on a sea of pure moonlight. We can navigate the stars to bring us back home. In a place so far away, we'll be young, that's how we'll stay. Every wish is our command. We will find ourselves in Never, Neverland. Picture a land that you never have seen, where life is eternal and evergreen. A future with happiness all in your hands, here in this place of your dreams, here inside Neverland. We could sail away tonight on a sea of pure moonlight. We can navigate the stars to bring us back home, in a place so far away. We'll be young, that's how we'll stay. Every wish is our command. We will find ourselves in Never, Neverland. Oh, 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 la da 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 da. Every wish is our command. I am closer now to finding Neverland. I was doing a musical with Sutton Foster, a musical called Violet. I believe they've done that here at UT, yes? Or in maybe. It was such a fun experience, a beautiful story. I do remember, and a musical that was going on just down the street this year, and I really loved my job, but I was so taken with this musical down the street because it was, now that you know a little bit about background, why I absolutely love musicals that celebrate some of our greatest singer-songwriters. And this particular musical, which is actually closing next month, happens to be the musical Beautiful. Yeah, with Miss Carole King's music. Yeah. So I always thought to myself, you know, if I'm ever going to do an album of Broadway tunes, what a wonderful excuse to break out some songs from my favorite singer-songwriter, Miss Carole King. Y'all want to hear a little Carole? Can I do it for you? I do love this song. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Oh, tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you still love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure? Just a moment's pleasure. Oh, can I believe the magic in your sight? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. Oh, but will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is a love that I can be sure of. So tell me now, I won't ask again. Please tell me, will you still love me tomorrow? Please tell me, will you still love me? should tell you a little bit about our year with Million Dollar Quartet. Now that you know how I try to bring that East Tennessee friendly to the big cities, I'm always looking for another buddy to meet, to talk to, and it was a very busy year. And in 2010, bringing Million Dollar Quartet to Broadway for the first time, and being a part of such a great thing with the Tony nomination for Best Featured Actor, with the Outer Critics Circle nomination, with the Drama League nomination, all for Best Background, and winning all three of them. But with the busyness, you get to meet the people in the industry, and there was this one fella who I feel like I had met before. I felt like somebody had introduced him to me before. I felt like he might be like the producer of Memphis, or I wasn't quite sure, but like a good Southerner, if I know your face, I am going to pretend for a year that I know your name. So I met this fella, and of course I just couldn't remember where I remembered his face, but I immediately was friendly, and things went from a handshake to seeing him a week later to a month later to a half hug to a bro hug to long conversations, and 3 months later I feel like I've got me this great buddy, in New York City, and I'd come home and tell my better half, I said, I've got me a new friend here, just a down-to-earth fella. I just really love talking to him. I never got his name. But I knew him, and so finally the Tony Awards, the evening comes along, and that evening there's a big pre-show event, and everybody's there, and my buddy's there, being in the industry and whatnot, and I was like, well, I hope that my buddy's here, because I've just talked about him for 3 months, just what a great guy he is. We had the best conversations, and well, lo and behold, he was there, and my better half was there. I said, I'm going to introduce. I've got this. So I run across the conference room, because it was just a big conference room with hors d'oeuvres and whatnot. And I run over to him and I talk to him, give him a big old bro hug. And just hang out for 5-7 minutes. I come back and I say, see, that's my buddy. That's my buddy I've been telling you about. Well, he looked at me and he said, Levi, that's Kelsey Grammer. From Frasier, Cheers. And that's how I knew his face. Kind of embarrassing, but at least I did our hometown proud and kept it friendly. I don't know. I reckon I should probably take you back to Little Million Dollar Quartet. Well, come on over, baby. A whole lot of shaking going on. Come on over, baby. Baby, you can't go wrong. We fake it, said a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, come on over, baby. We got chicken in the bar. Come on over, baby. You really got the bull by the horn. Well, fake it, said a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, shake, baby, shake. Let's shake, let's shake. Let's shake, baby, shake. Let's shake, baby, shake. We fake it, said a whole lot of shaking going on. All over this thing to get your attention. I got 3 ACL surgeries to prove I will. Come on over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Come on over, baby. You really got the bull by the horn. We fake it, said a whole lot of shaking going on. He now says she. All I gotta do is just sit down right there. Just wiggle it around for me a little bit. See, that's how you know you got something, y'all. And if you ain't got something, you might as well hang it up because you ain't gonna get nothing. Well, we're gonna get y'all going on right on home here. So let's bring this all to a close. Let's sing it, baby, sing. Sing, oh, and a dollar, sing. I want you to sing, baby, sing. Let's sing, dollar, sing. We think it, said a whole lot of sinking go away, I know. We think it, said a whole lot of sinking going on. Hey. With my family. Yeah, I love it. The importance of family. And I tell you what, I'll never do anything more fun and more interested in my mom and dad's opinion than this $1 Million Quartet roll right here. It wraps up so much of our history growing up with this kind of music. It's been so much fun. And looking back, I don't think that I ever would have managed to be where I am today if it wasn't for love and support of the people who love you. Who can relate to that? So I just kind of want to bring it on home with a song that is from a musical. You know, it's actually from a movie, and they're working on getting this movie on stage. I know it's been up in Chicago. I don't know what the future of it is right now, but this is an old song I'm sure you guys know, but it sums up so much of how I feel about my loved ones and their support for everything. By the way, before I sing this last song, I appreciate y'all being here and letting me tell my story. I know it's the first time I get to share a lot with the first time I had the opportunity to perform for a lot of you. So I just appreciate you listening to my stories and letting me introduce myself to you this evening. And the love and support in my community has been really special to me. Because the world can cheer you on for 15 minutes, and then about minute 16, you're wondering where they are. But something about home folk, right? We're proud of our own, right? Yeah. So anyway, I just throw this out to you guys again. Thank you so much for coming and spending your evening with me, and I hope to see you down the road, right? So this is Wind Beneath My Wings. It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walk one step behind. Well, I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be, and I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you, without you. Oh, did you ever know that you're my hero? Everything I would like to be, and I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be, and I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Thank you all for coming.